step into the role, the very hard role, the very big shoes to fill of our Baron and Baroness, who've done a great job. Would you not agree? I'm looking out over this sea of faces, and there's so many new ones. Is that ever exciting? It's exciting that you're part of this process and you understand this process. If you're at court this morning, you heard me explain that this is a polling, not a vote. We don't vote. The populace is polled. You will have a chance in a couple of weeks or so to make your voices heard, especially if you're a member. If you're not a member, you can still have your voice heard. But obviously, we would like you to be members because, it's the right thing, right, Your Majesty? Yeah. And it gets you all sorts of cool benefits. But that you can talk to the Chatelaine or Seneschal or me afterwards about how to be a member. So sitting in these chairs is a responsibility, massive responsibility. Sitting in those chairs is something else. So what I would like to do, I'm going to ask you all questions. I'm going to ask them questions and get you to ask them questions about how they feel that sitting in these chairs is going to be. And our opinions that we build, we will give to their majesties, and their majesties will make a decision. They have questions too. I hear they're really hard. One of them's a physics question. The engineer should do okay.
I'm so good at physics.
There you go. We're perfect with that. So without further ado, I would like each of you in turn to introduce yourselves. I know, hey, we'll start. You can rock, paper, scissors. By the way, anytime through here, if there's a decision, rock, paper, scissors to decide who goes first.
Fair enough. Well, I guess I'll stand up for this one.
Thanks, Charles Dad.
Hi, everybody. Oh, hey, they got it. Hi, my name is Charleston Spearbreaker of Myrgan Wood. Mundanely will be Anthony, your rent. And I'll be running here with my partner. You introduce yourself.
Okay, sounds good. Hi there, I'm Robert Boniface.
Hi, Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Thank you. Yeah, mundanely, Matt Furlong. Yeah, running for baronage with Charleston.
Howdy.
Yay!
Partner.
In the baronage.
In crime only.
Despite many rumors, we're not actually together.
Yeah.
We're fine for the new folks.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kaya Yukimura.
Hi, Kaya.
Hi. No, mundanely, I'm Ali Ray Grubbett. Really long name. I am running here for Baroness with my dearest husband.
I think that's my cue. Basil the husband.
Hi, Basil.
Hi, Basil.
Hello. Known as mundanely Max Grummett. And yeah, we look forward to seeing where this goes.
So, because I'm up front, I guess I get to ask the first question. How come? Why? Why do you want to do this job?
There's a few reasons for me personally. One is to help and assist in the growth of the barony and the people. Two, to help support, even candidates as well as my own personal growth. But yeah, just to overall I felt the need that I want to help. There's a position here, and I want to reach out and help.
Okay, two or three big ones. First is we've been doing a lot of community building with archery. We've been doing it a lot with the fencing as well. And I'd love to see that expand, and I'd love to do that, right? Secondly, I see areas where we can help. There are holes that we can fill. There are things that we can do to act like connective tissue for different groups and different people within the barony. Third reason is it looks like it's going to be fun. I've seen Alexios and Amia, and they just seem to have so much joy from it that, man, why not?
Hey, you know that joke where we have the same marriage but
Yeah,
reverse? So my answer is going to be unfortunately very similar to Robert because we're the same person. Yeah, a big part of it is I would love to help the communities grow. Like, Myrganwood is an excellent community just on its own. We're already doing great. This is already a fantastic place to be and live, and, we're all great people, and we all have fun together, and I love that. And I would love to really help the community thrive even more, right? And I want to help especially help there. I also would just love to have fun. My biggest goal in life, in the reason I was put on this planet is to be happy, and to be happy with other people. And I think it would be so much fun, and it's such a great opportunity to not only have fun, but make other people have fun. Recognize others for their growth and their experiences and their successes. I would love to recognize people for that, and I think that would be a great time. So, that's kind of me.
As you can tell, she is the brains and the ambition behind this operation. I'm putting my name forward along with her, in part because I was asked, and to follow up with that, I want to kind of help the barony in the same ways that Guy has put forward. Also, I just want to learn from all of you as well, branch out into the other disciplines, see more about what all of you do, and just learn a little bit about how things work behind the scenes and behind the thrones as well.
Your Majesty, do you have a question from His Majesty?
I
think
do
you
have
had
a
few.
question from His Majesty. His Majesty wants you to think about any other accolades that you would like to pursue, or that you're thinking to pursue while you're in the SCA, and how if you were Baron and Baroness, how that would impact your path.
I'm willing to
We
start
can
with that
take
one. I'm a fencer. I do want to pursue some degree of mastery with it, whether that be a particular color of collar or not. We shall see. And I'm aware that the baronage could potentially slow that down. I know that it doesn't prohibit you from fighting if you're on the thrones, but generally you'll be giving more of the awards and all of that out, and I'm happy with that. I'm okay with that. I like seeing people succeed. The more I can reward and encourage other fencers, the better they are for me to eventually fight. So.
Yeah, in the same vein, I'm a scout to Robert Boniface, so I am also pursuing a path, eventually perhaps, the path to peerage, and I am also okay with putting this on the back burner. We've had lots of discussions about it, and I think it's another type of growth that I can do, I think, realistically, that will help become a better person, right? And I'm okay with the barony coming first.
Okay. I'm a fencer, I'm a protege, and frankly, I think any impact that baronage would have on those paths is largely irrelevant. I view the peerage as a set of tools. It makes it easier to affect change in your community, and you have an outsized effect relative to the person that you are necessarily, right? So I don't need those extra tools. These tools will suffice for the time being.
For myself, I am a scout to Robert Boniface. I'm also a musician. I do some small sets. I've fence. I've done heavy. I do believe that being kind of grounded in the disciplines is nice because it gives you an idea of what your community is. But I also believe that, like, I agree the idea of pursuit of those disciplines, you would have to take a step back. The barony, by all means, should be the focus, as well as the aid to the kingdom as a whole. And so to be able to still keep the idea of working within the disciplines to keep that ground, it would not be hard to also focus on the barony and the barony needs first. So that's my idea on it. Yeah.
Baroness Sophia, you had a really good question to it.
Should we hold our applause till the end?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch to interpersonal conflict.
Okay.
In our experience with Baron and Baroness, people come to you for relationship advice, people come to you for interpersonal conflict advice, people will come to you when they're concerned someone is suicidal. And you're not necessarily trained to deal with that, but you are the adult in the room all of a sudden, and so, and this isn't bad, like, just so everybody listening knows, we're not opposed to this, but what is your plan for suddenly people asking you about relationship advice or mental health advice or other things? Do you have supports, knowledge, backup that you're aware of that you can use to talk to your barony?
I'll start with this one if that's all right.
Sure, go for it.
Okay, so this brings back to the idea of interconnection, like connective tissue, right? So I don't have all of the skills in the world, right? But what I do have is the ability to connect people with resources, right? So if somebody's feeling suicidal, when we started doing the Myrgan Chronicle, Tonagawa and I put a page in there with all the numbers, right? The helpline, the suicide line, all of these, right? And if somebody's having trouble and they need resources, we can connect them with resources. We don't need to personally solve their problem. We want to empower people to solve their own problems. Because if it comes from outside, it's not going to last.
And from my perspective, I find generally a good starting point is step one: start listening.
Yeah.
See what has to be said. If it's a matter of interpersonal conflict, depends on how severe it is. But generally, seeing what the root is. If people are just talking past each other, if it's getting more extreme than that, then we might have to start looking into resources, mental health issues. I think many of us can relate to what that experience is and know where to point people forward. But generally, a good starting point is listen to what's being said, try to figure out what's not being said between the lines if at all possible, and then it's case by case. Deal with things as they come.
Yeah, to kind of continue with kind of what Robert was saying, like the degree of, there's no one that can ever have truly all the answers to everything. The idea of making sure that the barony itself has the support structures first, that we can make sure that if the time comes that something happens, that we can give direction to them. By all means, is what Basil says is true. Is like it's important to hear an individual, assess, apply wisdom when needed. If it's something quick, we can solve it swiftly. If not, then yeah, by all means, the main purpose of this is, yes, we're not going to leave an individual of our barony out to dry. If someone comes to need, we will provide aid, whether it be to right persons or if we can solve it then and there.
Anyone? So yeah, largely I'm very much in agreement with a lot of what's being said. You know, listen. So for those that don't know, I'm an engineering technologist, which means I deal with a lot of engineers. And if you've met a lot of engineers, we have a lot of interpersonal conflict because there's a lot of, no, I know what I'm doing and I know what's best, and oh boy, it can be a lot. So, you know, in my area of work, a big part of it is you listen to the person. Something that I've applied in a lot of my life is, are you hearing what I'm saying, right? Because sometimes I'll say something and you're not hearing what I think I'm saying. So a lot of the times it's, okay, what did you hear, right? Because if you're not hearing what I'm saying, I probably said something wrong. I'm very good at putting my foot in my mouth, right? But then you just move forward from there. How do we communicate? How do we work through this? How do we figure out how to communicate effectively? And then we can work on solving our problems, right? And in some cases, yeah, you are not going to have the answers. And in those instances, you might need to reach out. You might need to get more help. You might need to direct them to somebody who can. And that's just kind of how it goes sometimes.
Alexia, you had one that was really good, and it fits in with what we're talking about.
to be a little mean. Trust and pick a number between 1 and 4.
Oh boy.
3.
Basil, this question is for you and you alone.
All right then.
Pretending half role play that you succeed, you are the Baron, you're at an event, it's called the Hall, it's a great time, you give an award, you're proud of it. After court, someone walks up to you and says, that person you gave that award to is a complete sack of shit. They don't deserve that.
Okay.
What's your reply?
Can you elaborate?
Yeah, they're a jerk, they cheated on their spouse.
Okay. Does it pertain to the award given? Is it a Shiv award? Is it a
Don't you think people should have good character to receive any award?
in some cases? Character is in part a matter of perspective, but I can look into it. What if you can get me a few more details? What you're comfortable with? This is probably a discussion best had in private. So kind of pull up to the side, see what there is from there, and look into whether there's how appropriate it would be to address the award, particularly in a public area.
You can pick odds or evens.
Even.
Boniface,
Yes.
welcome to the hot seat.
Hi there.
Hi. It is the hour before court morning of anniversary. People are talking about the heavy championship. Someone comes up to you and says, this person's intending on buying. They are completely unacceptable. If they buy, I will not.
Okay.
So basically, you have to pick one or the other.
Okay.
No, I don't want to.
Well, thank you for telling
I
me.
want to.
Why are they completely inappropriate? Is this a chivalry issue? Is this are they dangerous on the field? What resources can we connect you with to get this issue sorted out for you?
They're dangerous in the field. They did something completely inappropriate when I was in a bout with them 6 months ago, and the marshals didn't give me satisfaction for my concerns with what happened during that bout.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna remind you that you have the ability to
Where do you want to go?
refuse to face anyone on the field. And
Okay,
if you
then we can
feel
go somewhere
this is
else.
important enough to you that you need to not buy, I respect your decision. But if the marshalate has investigated the incident and found it to not be sufficient to remove their authorization, then I'm not going to second guess the marshal on the field 6 months ago. I'm very sorry that this happened to you, and that is unfortunate. But
Wherever you want.
I'm thinking we're going to have you withdraw then if you need to withdraw.
Cayenne.
Hi.
Hi. The Arts and Science Officer approaches you and says, I think the Exchequer is stealing money.
Okay.
Seppuku's later.
He just walks up.
We just learned you've been stealing money.
What is your response to that statement?
Okay. You believe the Exchequer is stealing money, right? Okay. Why do you believe this? Like, have you noticed anything odd? What are the instances that we have?
You did buy a new truck.
They're pre-signing a bunch of checks. I'm trying to get the Baron and Baroness to pre-sign checks that are blank.
Oh, blank checks. My mother's an accountant. I do not like blank checks. Okay. This might be a matter that we would have to look into more carefully. Maybe for the time being, we don't sign blank checks. And we will take a look at these concerns and let you know if we find anything untowards.
Troston.
Howdy.
Hypothetical Baron Troston.
Yes.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Summer Champs 2027. Sunday morning. Someone comes up to you and says, your new heavy champion assaulted me last night. What are the next words out of your mouth?
So, okay. First, have you contacted anyone else about this?
People in my tent and encampment know.
Okay. Have you contacted the authorities on this?
Nope. It's 8 a.m. I haven't been off site yet.
Okay. You've been assaulted. Would you like to contact the authorities on this matter?
I don't think they'd believe me.
You don't think you believe me? Okay. Why? I'm not going to ask you why, but if there's outstanding witnesses, we can gather some information. For now, I recommend we keep you somewhere that you feel safe until then, and we will check in. We will check in to the process and seek about getting authorities in place if need be.
Cool. Hot seat done.
With any situation that could potentially involve the modern authorities, be it police or healthcare ambulance, please immediately inform your seneschal.
Who is Seneca?
Pardon me?
Who is our
Antonia.
Seneca?
Your local seneschal.
Hey, Antonia, we may have a situation.
I did some digging. Found out.
Hypothetical, hypothetical.
Multiple situations.
Hypothetical.
No, that's a good thing to know.
Good call. All right.
Cool. I am satisfied. Thank you all.
Thank you. So we're gonna take one from the popular. Oh, we got it. Go ahead.
May I?
You may.
Okay. You are all very unique individuals and have unique personalities. You get out into the public. As Baron and Baroness, you're going to be the face of our barony.
You need to go sit down then.
How are you going to
Then go sit.
make yourself
Then
approachable
go sit, buddy.
to all of the groups that are in the SCA? So
go
you're
sit
very
by Trusty?
familiar with several groups. How are you going to make yourself approachable for the other groups?
Well, I'm clearly a very intimidating person, so this kind generally I find humor and patience tends to go a long way. And
Okay, be careful. Be careful.
from that point, try to find common ground if need be.
Not umbrella.
For me, it's a lot of people in the SCA are very passionate people. They're passionate about something, right? Everybody's got their thing, right? And once you get them talking, just keep them going, right? They will talk and talk and talk, and it's amazing to listen to, and I love listening to people talk about their passions. So, it's a great way to connect with people, figure out what they love, and if you can, do it with them, right? Or get them to just gush, because they will, and that's lovely.
Well, no one person can be all things for all people. And that's where the networking comes in. So I might not be into that particular niche thing, Adam, that you're into, but I might know somebody that is, and I can, if you'll pardon the usage, I could maybe leverage that connection to make sure that you're doing okay. And a good example of this is that Trustin's big into Bardic, and I am not. So what one of us lacks, the other one makes up for, and vice versa. So we've got everybody covered. Okay, that's the plan.
Yeah, and the beauty about our community is, from what I've seen so far, we're very like-minded individuals. That's actually a thing that we plan to do, is to approach and to grow out to new people. So the friendly face, the calm, approachable manner, being welcoming first off, greeting people, I find is important, because that's how we get our name out there. That's how we would actually maintain. From there, it's all about building the relationships. Yeah, if you're into something throwing, cool. I know exactly where to direct you to go do that. Heck, I might even join you. So there's a degree of by being a face, but being present as well, it helps make people approach more. So
Thank you.
yeah.
I got another one. Let's go right back into that kind of hot seat. Sergeantry. What do you want to do? What does it mean to you?
Come on, let's
That was
go.
yours?
That was mine. You sit
Where are
back
you
down
going?
and get
Ayame would like to ask about the sergeant.
I would also like to know your opinion on the sergeantry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
It's definitely been a hot topic. So like sergeantry as like a whole is kind of how I was. Well, you and I have not had a conversation. I'm assuming that's what you wanted to have.
Yes, actually.
So I'm not a sergeant anymore.
One of the reasons I actually wanted to
Dad,
talk
they
about
So
always
I super uber near and dear to my heart, using a term. The only reason why I gave my belt back is because I became a peer, but I would love to see sergeantry back in Myrg because it was a big thing. That's why I got in. So like, what is your guys' thoughts into it?
For those of us that are new, can someone just
Oh, yes.
define sergeantry?
So sergeantry was something that started forever ago, but when I became a sergeant, it was to help my baroness with, like, I was kind of her go-to person. Roxanne would call me her Pokemon, so if she needed something, I would go get it for her. So I'm there to be a well-rounded person in the barony. Like if someone needed a tent, a pavilion put up, or if you need someone to jump in as an officer position, I'm kind of that all-around person. I have a persona that I actually developed. I've studied games. I've done a lot of things. So you're like the most well-rounded person. You actually write tests to get it. You are awarded your belt, and then you keep it until you give it back or until you can't do your thing anymore. And I gave mine back because I leveled up, essentially. So it's a cool thing, and when I discovered it, it was something that I wanted to do, and I was super in love with. And Sherry Isabel was my first baroness, and she taught. We were on a drive, and she was telling me about it. It was like, and I just fell in love with the idea of it, and it's a stepping stone in what became my path.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Originally, the sergeantry was made because there weren't a lot of peers, and I believe it might have been a West Coast thing. And Ontario, which is we used to be part of, it used to be a way to showcase the populace that wasn't getting seen by the Knights or the Pelicans or the Laurels at the time. And so sergeantry encompasses a lot of different things. It encompasses your chivalry, whatever your art is, whether it's service, fighting, archery, any of those, Laurel. It is supposed to showcase all of those things and be originally a stepping stone towards a peer, but became a lot more over the years. Did I cover that right, Your Majesty? Got that? Yeah. Very big in Ontario. It was a very big honor to be a sergeant.
Yeah.
Especially as an armored fighter. It was really big. So,
threaten every discipline of the SCA, not just your special niche.
not only could you fight, you could play games, you could dance, you know, you could tell history, you could build a castle, you could tell how to tear a castle down. You had tactics to fight. It's the most fun thing. It's one thing I regret not doing.
Okay, thank you.
So, to go with that, seems like there's a lot of energy and a lot of buzz about sergeantry. For me and myself, my running mates, we would like to see the sergeantry flourish again. We've got some ideas and plans to try and make that work. Candidates involved, and yeah, my personal goal is to see, hopefully, that we can provide the resources for sergeants to go in and flourish and make it happen.
And kind of piling on that, as Kyan mentioned earlier, people are very passionate, and literally are passionate about the sergeantry as an office. Its niche has changed over time, and that is something that kind of needs to be addressed, and we would like to work with the existing and former sergeants and people who are aspiring to such a position, because many of the positions that have been filled by sergeantry have gone into full peerages that didn't really exist at that point. So what is that role now, and what can we turn it into? And as I understand it, was the only peerage, for want of a better word, that that had a very specific rubric of you have to do these steps to become a sergeant. And it seems that that's something that they continue to be proud of.
Yep.
So how do we keep that going while making it accessible for newer people to go in on that? So, short answer, we'll be working with the sergeants of the future to see what we can make of it. We have a few ideas that are kind of on the back burner, seeing what's workable, what's not. But yeah, we'll step one, consult the experts.
Thanks.
Good question, Ayami.
I just tagged on.
Great discussion too, folks. Anybody else got anything else they want to say about that?
I mean, I think Charleston said it all. We're looking to empower the sergeants to seize their own destiny.
Yeah.
If they're, okay, it sounds very dramatic when I say it that way, but if the sergeantry is going to endure, it needs to be driven from within rather than from without. We can't impose the sergeantry. We can only empower the sergeantry.
Good words. Do you have a question, Scout?
I do have a question. There are two other baronies in Abacal that are a lot smaller than us. How do you intend to deal with your compatriots, Eamon and Sarah, and Sigfus and Freitas? How do you see working with them towards common goals or not?
So I like all of those people. You know, they're all pretty cool people, and I say this about almost everybody in the SCA. Wow, that person is so cool. And I think realistically, it'll just be open lines of communication, right? It's like, this is true for almost every single relationship you can have, whether it be romantic, platonic, a coworker, anybody. Anybody, the basic thing is talk to each other. Just talk to each other. That, talk and try to understand, figure out what your goals are, if they align, if they don't align, how do we make them align? How do we work together on something? Just, we need to have open lines of communication. That's always my thing.
And now that we've secured our western border, we can meet them on more equal footing this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess to add with that, yeah, I mean, I'm all up for doing cool things. If the other barons want to go do something, then yeah, it sounds fun. I mean, it also comes and goes with everything has to be aligned with the crown and then what the majesties would want, because it's kind of the role first. Secondly, I mean, obviously, I'll make my judgments based off of what my barony's needs are. Like, doing cool things is all fun and games, but if it goes like drastically against what the people, I mean, we'll take that. But obviously, yeah, there's other baronies within this kingdom, and working together would be amiable, for sure. But
I have a question for Robert.
Hi there.
Hi. So I hear you have a wife.
I do have a wife.
Yes. Being the baronage is a lot of work and a lot of communication and a lot of time with your baronial partner. Is your wife prepared to back you up on this, and are you prepared to make choices like there might be times where your wife needs you but also the barony actually needs you?
She wins.
That's good. But are you prepared to be like, okay, Troston is doing this because what do you have a plan in place?
Yes.
For supporting both your marriage and your barony?
Short answer, yes. Slightly longer answer is that, again, I'm a big fan of delegation and network, right? So if I run into a situation where Amber needs me, or Jeanette needs me, and the barony also needs its baron, we have another baron.
yes.
Right? And in cases where I can't make those needs jive with each other, my wife will win. She's the other half of my heart. She will always be the first person I put. Right? That being said, that doesn't change the fact that I will also do what I can to make sure the barony's looked after.
Yes.
And that's why it's important to have a partner that you can trust, and it's important to have people around you that you can lean on in times of difficulty. And I've been very fortunate to be surrounded by beautiful people.
And you have the strong support of your wife in doing this.
Oh, very much so.
Okay.
Yeah, she has been tremendously helpful in making sure that I stay sane and don't overcommit.
Amber is so cool.
Right?
You got a question right here, right?
Yes. Your partner has said something a little
comes off as a little offensive.
Okay. To me or to someone else?
Someone else.
Okay.
And this is like for everyone.
Like to himself.
What's your next move?
Okay, so I'm going to go with two different scenarios here. The first one is that the person that Trustin said things to that they didn't care for came to me and said Trustin said something that really I didn't care for. In which case, thank you for bringing this to me. I will discuss it with him and we'll see where we go from there. Okay? Second scenario, I hear it and I go, hey man, was that what you meant to say? Because it didn't sound great.
I said it. I'd hopefully I'd send it this way. Does this conflict? Does this change?
Yeah. We practice our active listening. Again, here's what I thought I heard. Is this what you said? Because we don't ever want to offend anyone by accident.
If we do it, we want it on
Just on
purpose.
purpose.
Yeah, just on
There
purpose.
are
Make
some
it count.
things that occasionally need to be said that will offend somebody. That doesn't mean that you enter into it gently or cavalierly.
We're pretty good at translating for one another more often than not. And generally when things have
Again, I am very good at putting my foot in my mouth. But usually when I put my foot in my mouth, I go, okay, I'm sorry, that was me, that was my bad. I messed that one up. Let's try that again, and we take a step back.
and we usually see it coming a little bit ahead of time. So hopefully we can head it off at the pass. At that point, then it's like, okay, hold on, what happened here? Like, what was said? What was taken? What was heard? Those can be very different things.
Ethelbert. And then I got Max.
I have two questions. May I ask them both?
They're $5 each.
My first question is, as Harold, I have a question, and the answer to this question may not have now, but it's something I do want to have an answer for eventually. There are two ways of doing awards. There is pre-run charters, where you just put the person's name and give out the award, and then there is the personalized award for each individual. For the last few years, we've done the style of personalized awards, which have been amazing looking awards. They do take though a lot more planning, a lot more work is involved in that, and the person may not get their scroll when they get the award due to that planning. My question for both Baronial couples is what your thoughts are on both forms of awards, and I'm not going to say choose one because it can be a combination of both. I just want to know your thoughts on these on these forms.
I can take this one to start with.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, I would definitely be leaning towards a combination thereof, depending on what the award is, the temperament of the candidate, if I'm familiar with it. I know some people really like the personalized and really want all of that going into it. Maybe not for every single award. Kind of depends on how many they've got going for them, and the level of appreciation. Having a backlog of the pre-written ones sounds logistically very useful, but having more of the having more personalized ones and having as many of those ready to go as possible would also be. So yeah, the personalized ones are preferred, but I can definitely see the value of the pre-written charters.
And this is the case where we make use of the network, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't do everything. It's just not possible for one person to do everything, right? So case of, okay, we got a lot of charters to make. Who are we going to leverage to make this work, right? And that's where the network really comes in handy. And I personally am not afraid of using it. Obviously, I'll do as much as I can, but I like asking for help when I need. So
And we're both kind of artsy people, so we can get our hands dirty if we need to.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to start with the soundbite and then I'm going to expand. Hey, I would love to do personalized when we can and charters when we must. Something, even if it's a charter, rather than making the perfect the enemy of the good.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly because when you're given an award, having something to show, like to even display, even if we have the design of like we can give you another personalized later, it definitely feels better just to be able to have that to hand to somebody. Like I said, I definitely would like to do both, but yes, at least having something is definitely better than not. Yeah.
Second question.
Third question.
My second question is just for Robert and Trostin. So you did mention at the beginning that you are Robert's student.
Yes.
As a scout to him being a member of the Mark.
Mm-hmm.
How, in that relationship, there is a imbalance of power as him being your teacher and you being his student. As barons, though, you are equals.
Mm-hmm.
How do you plan on do that?
Yeah. We've come and discussed about this already. To those who might not know, actually all of the candidates up here have been friends far before the SCA.
Like close to 15 years.
Yeah. So, yeah, our bond, family. We are brothers. The fealty to which I gave is more or less an outward show of that bond first within the SCA. He is a mentor and teacher, sure, for the aspect of the archery. However, we've already discussed, and upon the election side of things, we'll be breaking the Ranger bond for the sake of free agency, just as an outward show. But yes, to describe that, we've always seen each other as equals far before the SCA, and especially now into this baronial partnership.
What he said.
That's actually a really good segue for the other couple as well. Fealty. What is that fealty? What does that mean to you? Will you keep fealty or will you make fealty when you're Baron and Baroness? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, so I would have saved position as Strauss, and I've known this guy almost 15 years. Like, to me, we've had plenty of discussions. We're planning on having more discussions, especially once we know, like, it doesn't really matter who wins or who gets it or who becomes Baron or Baron and Baroness. Our fealty relationship is going to change. It's going to be different, right? And we've already talked a little bit about it. It's not, to me, the fealty is important, not necessarily because he's in charge of me. It's important because he's my family, and he's gonna have to deal with that. So, you know, I know that if we become a baronial couple, fealty first to the crown. That's just the way this goes, and that's okay, right? Like, we've spoken about this, and it's not really gonna be a huge concern to just go, I'm sorry, I can't deal with you specifically right now. I got other stuff to take care of, and yeah, there's going to be lots of conversations about it in the future. Yeah.
As it stands for me, I'm technically a free agent. But again, we're friends here. My inspiration is my partner in all of this, so that keeps the fealty bonds relatively simple. And I'm simply bound by friendship to these two. So. Is that
Coder, I think you had one.
Oh, yes.
I was waiting on Coder.
Okay. Hi, friends. I'm standing up so I can see all of you.
Hi.
I got a kind of a spicy one for you.
Okay.
What is one area where you feel that we are currently falling short on accessibility or inclusion, and what would you do to address that? I'd like to hear an answer.
Tell us what you don't like about your current Baron.
That is not what I can take this one too. Also.
Yeah,
Okay,
Robert.
Go for it, Robert. Duncan, boom. I go to show. Okay.
Okay. Making people aware of the existence of the accessibility workarounds. Okay, this didn't come up in Myrgan Wood. This came up in Montengard, and learning from your mistakes is good. Learning from the mistakes of others is better, right? Where we had a fencer who was injured and was unhappy because they were going to have to miss several practices because they weren't going to be able to be in full fighting condition, and they became aware over the next period of time, right, that there were accessibility options available, like fight from a chair, like post instead of take your knees, right? Things like that. And they didn't know those were available to them. That's the biggest area where we're falling short, is making people aware of the options that they have. Sorry? Like I say, learning from our mistakes is good, from others is better.
You wanted to say something.
I did want to say something. I think a big part of it is making people aware that these exist, but also knowing where there's problems. You know what I mean? Like, you can't solve problems you don't know about. So I think trying to foster an environment where people just tell you if they've got an issue, right? If you can make a space where someone can come up to you and say, "Hi, I'm having a problem." We go, "Okay, what are the steps to fixing this problem?" Maybe you don't know that this is an answer to this problem, or we can do it this way, or maybe we can connect you with somebody to fix your specific problem, right? Like, there's a lot of things we can do to make accessibility better if we know where we're lacking. And I think, a lot of it is just going to be, come talk to us. Tell us what you need. What can we do to make your life easier? Because there's a good chance we can.
And if we can't solve 100% of the problem, maybe we can solve 20 or 30. Maybe we can take enough weight off of you that you can move forward.
Yeah.
And we don't have experience with all forms of inclusion or exclusion and all of that. But some of us, it might be more than you think. We're dealing with disability or injury and what have you. But we're not really particularly familiar with issues for gender nonconforming or people of color. That is not an area of focus that we've much personal experience with. So we're more than willing to listen and see what we can do to accommodate, because we might not have the answers, but we can get that conversation going.
Pretty much what's been said. Yeah, we can work with what the knowledge that we have. I would like to, again, similar to Adam's question there, of if we are transparent and make the community feel like they can come to us, by all means we can go help make the inclusion happen. I know that, for all the candidacies here, but we plan to do a bunch of outreach, and that includes all communities. If we can try and grow as a whole, like I said, being transparent and making sure everyone is included and can enjoy the community, that is a focus and that is a goal. But yeah, if there's problems, we want people to come to us and be safe that they can come to us.
Your Excellency, you did have something.
Yeah. So normally this question is reserved for heavy fighters, but times they are changing. And you could hypothetically be reigning for up to 6 years, given that East Kingdom has had a fencing crown. This is a question we can ask for fencers now. Basil, Boniface, were there an option to fight in a fencing crown in Abacal? Would you?
Can you test metal?
No.
No?
Alright, if it comes up and we get the chance to buy, we can buy.
I would
buy
not.
for crown if you do it.
I would not. There are better fencers than me anyway.
Irrelevant. Irrelevant. Once my word is given, I keep it as best I can.
Okay. Troston, you mentioned getting back in heavy fighting.
Yeah, my goal is to make community first. That's to where I feel I can not only grow personally but do the most work. I have zero aspirations for Crown anytime soon. No.
I don't do any of that stuff.
Archer be the archer crown.
I could be an archer crown. No.
They make a throne crown.
Yeah, but even if I could, I wouldn't. Spears. If once you, it's kind of once you sign up to be baronage, you've signed up to be baronage. Like I feel like that's an important thing. I gave you my word. I'll keep it. Yeah.
There are term limits after all.
Yeah.
Any other questions? I got one in
So
the back.
Arjun
No,
has
go
hand up
ahead.
first.
You're a member of this populace. You go first.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm in.
Changing that question slightly towards champions. How would all of you deal with you have someone who becomes your champion and they want to fight in a crowd?
Or a kingdom champion.
Or be fought for.
Hey. Well, we keep score at the championships. I see no problem with asking a champion who's no longer able to fulfill the duties of their office to hand it off to the next person in line. I think the kingdom had a good idea with the iron arrow, the iron skull, the iron, etc., etc. It's not broken. Why fix it?
Yeah, I mean, championships aside, that type of thing happens whether or not they win or not. Life changes, life happens, and so yeah, I'm a firm believer of there's a reason why we have seconds, and if need be, if the seconds aren't available, tournaments are fun.
By election tournaments are not that hard.
They're not that hard.
Should I be mean? You just said that you swore an oath. They swore an oath to you. So why can you hold yourself to a different bar that you let somebody else have a different bar?
Because I'm responsible for me.
Okay.
Follow up with that similar question. So at today's indication of the list, at first we only had one person vying for archery. If that were to happen, and then they end up becoming crowned, how would you decide who our champion would be, or would you just not have a champion until the next championship?
We love running tournaments.
Yeah, yeah. That's if it so happens that as you said, if all parties are unable to, then yeah, we'll make it work.
I'm sure there's precedent for such a thing that's worth looking into.
Thank you. Skeld had you had a question, but I think this is Conan's first question.
Yeah, go ahead, Conan.
What, if any, plans do you have for increasing the amount of newcomers and recruitment?
How much time do you have?
Not a lot.
Give me the $2 version.
Okay, you guys want to go first because I'm going to be long.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna be long too. This is a problem. Okay.
Basil?
Short answer, yes. We intend to recruit more. Be visible at more, try to find more events that we can be visible at, talk to more people. We're also looking at the idea of maybe helping the Chatelaine with that, maybe multiple deputies if possible. That might be worth looking into. Yeah. But beyond that, that's the very short version.
Okay. To continue, I apologize.
Nope,
we're good.
An idea that we had for this event that I would love to do again in the future, because the thing with half of recruitment is retention, right? If you recruit a bunch of people and they come out and they don't stick around, then you haven't really recruited anybody. So I want to focus a little bit on retention. How do we get people to come back? How do we get them to get excited about it? And something that this event was testing out that I would love to do again in the future is like the people who are what we call the subject matter experts. You know, you're a new person. You have no idea what's going on. This is your first SCA event. Okay, we can find you a person who knows a thing. Why are you here? Do you like archery? Do you like fencing? Do you like, what made you interested in the SCA? Who can we guide you to that can help you kind of find your place, right? And it'd be great to have like just a number of people, and this is where the multiple deputy chatelaines might come in, just a number of people who you can direct a newcomer to be like, this person knows everything there is about archery, and they will help you, or they will guide you to somebody who can teach you, you know, and they can explain stuff to you and just kind of help you out a little bit. Sorry, there's lots of bugs up here. You know,
I know we're standing in place.
I love because like, again, people most of us are very friendly. We like talking to people. We like, especially new people, we like telling them about all of the things and all this stuff. But one thing I think is really good for retention is just getting people to do stuff. You know, you want to try fencing? Okay, let's go. Let's go to the Eric. Let's have a little lesson. Let's have a good time. See if you come back again. You know, you want to try some archery? Okay, let's go out to the archery field. Let's shoot some arrows. Let's see what it's like. You know, I think just getting more people to just start doing things is kind of what I would love to do. And yeah, sorry, that was long-winded, a bit rambling.
Can I take it?
Of course.
Perfect. Okay.
Here we go.
In the interest of time, y'all, we're going to leave the mechanics out. Okay? So we're just going to talk conceptually, right? The plan is to remove as many barriers as possible, because when people, everybody's got differing levels of engagement, right? And once you've built a heavy engagement, it takes a really big barrier to stop somebody. But until they're there, a smaller barrier will suffice. Like, there's nowhere to park. Fuck it. Screw it. I'm not going to walk 5 minutes. I'm going home. Right?
Live content is
We wanna
unrated.
Remove the barriers so that the people who haven't got the engagement yet, or at all, regardless, it's their SCA too, can still engage in the activities. And yeah, again, in the interest of time, I'm leaving the mechanics off the table. But that's the basic idea.
Just to kind of tack onto that, we also want to reach to those who've been playing the game and has stepped away. We like to do some talks, and because they're friends of ours now, that we want to see more of them and see what barriers that they have, and because whatever caused them to stop, we can then target those areas and hopefully bring them back, or help those who do come not have to meet the same walls.
Legit. Arjun has a question from out of there.
Quick two first.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is what specific and actionable steps would you take to support your officers and reduce burnout?
We have answers to that.
Excellent. I imagine your officers want to hear that.
Okay. First thing is we were talking about that a lot. Myrgan Wood itself is a rather budding yet sizable community. The idea of the growth to help is the first thing. Get some new blood in. The other thing is to also work with and try and do a degree of like a job share or deputyship. We have a lot of people that keep talking about, I would love to help, but I'm just not quite sure how. And the idea of getting a bunch of deputies in a lot of areas, especially, like I said, for our chatelaines and, to go help with our outreach, is to, you want to come try it, you can go work for a month or two, learn the ropes, and then, hey, so it happens like, our seneschal needs to step down. Well, neat. We have someone who's been already working in training that is now more confident in stepping in. We can go help and assist.
Right? Or they come and try it out, and I really like this part of the job, but this, I just can't make myself do it. Great. You can be over here.
Yeah.
We'll find somebody for this.
Yeah. Many hands make light work. Very much agree with my opponent. But yeah. The more people we can get involved in that process to lighten the load, the better. That's not always going to be easy, getting people to put their hand up and but if we can lower the barriers for entry, make it less intimidating, maybe put together like lists of like what is actually required and what can we divvy up, all the better.
Thank you. And my second question was, now that your current Baron and Baroness have, for the first time in Avacal history, won Quad War, What will you do to outshine them?
I will have you know, he led the Myrgan army.
I'll have you know I won one of his battles.
And I thank you for it. The fodder was greatly appreciated.
Yeah. Well, and with that we make connections. And with the power of friendship,
it worked this time.
We will
interconnected root system.
Yeah, we will grow. I mean, obviously, their excellencies have done.
Like a slime mold.
Yeah, like their excellencies. Thank you for as a member of your community. Obviously, there's going to be aspects of, like, yes, we're not going to hold a torch to. And hopefully in many ways that we will, in our own right, will be able to, shine in others. But that's just the beauty of having different individuals. But for me and my part, like I said, thank you so much. You've done your community a great service. And we can only aspire to at least try and keep that torch going.
To outshine is not the goal. It is not the goal. We're going to try to deal with whatever challenges we have to deal with. Be they equal or greater, that depends on what challenges they are. Oh, hopefully it doesn't come down to that, but we'll see. We'll deal with that as it comes.
Skell, did you have one more?
It was sort of a dovetail into what Arjun said there, but more specifically to you guys, burnout.
Yes.
When you get to the, if I have to see another elm leaf, I am going to throw up. What are your plans or support networks in the event that you start approaching burnout?
So here's the good news.
That's the neat part.
Okay.
Don't die, Robert.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you approach burnout, ask me how I know, you need to lean on the people around you.
Yes.
And that's what I was saying earlier about having the people around me. I've been tremendously fortunate that I have so many people around me that I can lean on in circumstances where I need a rest. And if it's just somebody to listen to me rant for a while, or if it's somebody to provide material aid, I've got it. We've got a deep bench, and it's great to have.
Yeah, the good news is I'm very good at recognizing when I'm about to burn out. Real good at it. So, thank you. I am a person who is not afraid to ask for help. I used to be, when I was younger, it's something I worked on a lot as an adult when I started burning out after burning out after burning out. And eventually I was like, I can't do this anymore. Now I'm just like, hey, I'm having a rough day. Will you help me? And most of the time, if you ask the people close to you, hey, I need some help, someone will say yes,
100%.
right? Because, we kind of have we got a lot of friends around us all the time. And I don't think I've ever run into a situation where I've asked for help from somebody and they've said, and a number of them have said no, right? Where it's like, no, you have to deal with this on your own, figure it out, right? It's so just easy to ask people, and most of the time they'll be like, yeah, sure, what do you need? What are we doing? So lean on the group is my general idea of burnout.
Largely question over there.
Sure.
Sorry.
So, sorry to just circle back to this idea of recruitment and retention and barriers. I think you folks, knowing you well enough, you could talk at length about those barriers as we see them right now. Have you seen them change since you started playing? Have you seen the priorities of what we need to address shift? How have you been monitoring those things?
Okay.
Do you want to say?
Okay, no, you seem eager.
I haven't so much seen them change as they've become more clear. Over the last 5 or so years, it's changed from so-and-so dropped off, to heck with them, right? Has changed more to why did they drop off? Has changed to how can we fix what made them drop off? Changed to how can we make them less likely to drop off in the future? And so we're dialing in. It's slow progress, but we're making progress forward toward lowering the barriers and removing them. We're never going to get perfect. We'll never be all things for all people, but we can improve. Progress, not perfection, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Ranger.
Yeah, don't disagree. Yeah, now now I've lost it.
Sorry.
No worries.
Very passionate about the recruitment.
Ko-Fi Inc. hasn't asked the question yet, and that's your.
That's me.
Yep.
Hi, Coco.
Hello.
Hi, folks. Sorry, were you done with that last one? I've missed the question every time.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So, back on the topic of officers.
Okay.
How do you handle the situation where you have an officer or multiple officers who are fulfilling the nominal duties of their role, but you're getting feedback from people within your officer corps, within your populace, or from newcomers that they are difficult to get a hold of, and because of that, that is becoming a barrier?
Okay. That's a conversation with that officer and to figure out where we're at and what we need to improve.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
we need
a number-
to look into what the reason for that is and whether they're burning out, whether it's a communication issue, whether they have spotty Wi-Fi. There's any number of reasons someone can be hard to get a hold of. And sometimes it's because they don't want to, sometimes it's because they're just can't be found. So address that, see if they need to move on to another role, or if they need further support, or just a little bit more breathing space. It's case by case.
Yeah, and hopefully with, as I said, trying to see if more deputies would give a chance for multiple places that you can outreach to go talk about the issue. But yeah, transparency. We'll talk amongst each other and learn.
I think we're pretty close to time here. Your Majesty, do you have anything further you would like to ask? Your Excellency, Your Excellency.
Questions.
Okay.
Can I ask one last one? What is your favorite thing about the SCA?
It's a good question. I'm chomping at the bit. Let me go.
Yeah, you go ahead. You've literally got some.
Okay. Again, I was put on this earth to have fun. I'm here to be happy. And being around all of these people makes me happy, right? There's something about this community that makes me feel so loved that I just, it's incredible in a way I can't really explain. So I never really had community most of my life. Like, been kind of on my own, you know, my closest parent lives way far away, didn't have very many friends, found this guy. And suddenly my life got big and spacious, right? And I met a bunch of people, including these two and many more of you, and joining the SCA has just made the world so big, right? And everyone here makes me happy. I like spending time with you. I like listening to you. I love shooting with you and throwing with you. I love watching you fight each other. I love watching the wars, you know. Just, this community is excellent. I'm having an excellent time. I'm having fun here. And, yeah, it's just great. It's great. It's the people who keep me here. Like, throwing is great. This is something I stole from Robert. Shooting alone is fun. Shooting with other people is excellent. It's a great time. You know? So, I just like being here.
Agree with all of that. In addition, I would like to say I love the what we call chivalry or gallantry, sportsmanship. I love how they're baked into the rules of the games we play, the competitions we have. We tell our opponent when we've lost. We take the loss for us. It humbles us. It keeps us grounded, wise, It helps. At its best, it can make us better people, and I love that. And I love that aspect of how the community, at its best, can foster and reinforce that very well. And if we can encourage that more, I would love to be a part of that.
Cliche hard time. The community, of course, is the strong thing. We talk about chivalry. We talk about the bonds that we share. It's also to the love to what every other individual has for the game that really helps individuals thrive. When we have fighters that are brand new, that are eager to try the sport, heck, we'll throw armor off our own back just to make sure that they'll get in there. That type of love is just just heart. It's the reason why I stayed. When I fought my first tournament, it was a torchlight tourney, much like we're going to have tonight. I had literal armor disintegrating off my body. But I had at one point 3 knights strapping duct tape, making sure I'm getting in there. And I had the best night of my life. And after, when times came and injuries happened and the fighting aspect disappeared, it's those people that I've still forged on that night, the conversations I've had with the people that night, that really helped to touch me and want to keep me founded. And it's that kind of nurturing that I want to continue to see grow and give the experience to other people as well, who have not had a chance to hear or have that experiences.
Yeah. It's going to sound really familiar, guys.
You were same as the first.
Well, the SCA lives where the people are. Okay, we can do activities anywhere. We could go to any field in the world and shoot archery, but only here can we shoot archery with these people. I started becoming active just before COVID, and then COVID shut us down, right? So I did a lot of shooting, but I did a lot of solo shooting, and it was good. But then we got the people back, and it became excellent. Okay? We've had conversations about where does the SCA live. Is it in the events? Is it in the practices? Is it at Gadarian? Is it at A&S night? It's wherever the people are. And that's what I love about it. I love seeing that look in a new fighter's eyes when they realize that shucks and darn, shucks and darn. When I put the sword like this, sometimes it works, right? I love every time we get a new thrower at our practices. I like getting a picture of their first bullseye because I want to document for us and for them the joy in their face when they get it. And that joy is the thing that I love most about the SCA, because it's an opportunity for us to get together and share our joy with each other. And joy shared is magnified. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there you go. There's your cringy heart moment.
I don't think it's not cringy to be heartfelt.
Yeah.
That was okay.
Love each other.
You're here. Found it.
Yeah. Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Thank everybody. I think everybody should thank her. Once again, the polling will be approximately August 10th. I'll get that firmed up, and we'll have some online polling, and you can support both pairs. You can leave the hard decision to Her Majesty, which I suggest you do, because they are wise, and because you are wise. So thank you for the questions. Yes. So there you go.
It also has a lot of space for commentary, so if there are specific things that you like or specific things you support, questioning on it, write all of that down.
And it's valid to say things like,